Welcome to my channel. Please enjoy the video.
I can't stand Diane Houghton, and I told you guys that Diane Houghton intentionally failed her daughter. Because due to my research, Aaliyah's former lawyer said that he tried to speak out after he discovered that Aaliyah indeed got married to R.Kelly. So more and more women continue to come forward with these allegations against R.Kelly, but one of his reported victims will never get to share her story. He's learning new information about efforts made decades ago to expose allegations of all the improprieties involving Aaliyah underaged. So we'll just call this man Lamar Lemons. He says that there were rumors and tabloid articles about inappropriate relationships between R.Kelly and Aaliyah, but no one wanted to believe it. Then he said when he seen the Lifetime aired 6-part docuseries called Surviving R.Kelly in early January, the documentary shares stories of the women who said R.Kelly abused them and exposed allegations of sexual relationships with young teens, including Aaliyah. She was only 14 and 15, but allegedly it all started when she was just 12 years old. And we know R.Kelly did that interview with ABC and lied about the sexual relationship and said that he never had any sex with any underage girl. So Mr. Jamar shared this information, guys. He started doing research and he said he started to find things. He found a man named George Cushingberry. And as of now, Mr. George Cushingberry Jr. is a retired attorney. But in the 1990s, a judge appointed Cushingberry to represent Aaliyah as a guardian ad litem in her case. And it was a case that was aimed at overseeing her finances because she was a minor and she was making a large amount of money. So Cushingberry's job was to make sure no one took advantage of her financially. Cushingberry was not made aware of Aaliyah's marriage to R.Kelly. So when he heard that she had gotten married in Chicago, he went to Chicago. And he stated he was thinking, could any of her money be missing? So when Mr. Cushingberry arrived in Chicago, he obtained Aaliyah's marriage license and other documents. And this is what Mr. Cushingberry said. It shows that somebody said that this baby was older than what she was, and she should get married. I didn't know who R.Kelly was, and he said he hated to admit that at that time. Action News obtained copies of some of the documents he submitted to them. He says he expected outrage and an action in defense of Aaliyah. Instead, he says that Aaliyah's family, Diane Houghton, and Michael Houghton at the time seemed outraged at him in court. He said that her family, Diane Houghton and Michael Houghton, told him angrily, "You told the judge what? How did you find out?" And this is what Cushingberry said that Diane Houghton and Michael Houghton stated to him. And they were angry he let this out. Cushingberry was told by Diane Houghton personally that he was not to submit his report and that it was off topic. He was told to focus on making sure that her tax returns were correct. However, he submitted some of his evidence anyway, but in his actual report as of now, it is not in the file, although it shows there was a report made in a case under Register of Actions. So Action News called the judge that was on that case, and he reviewed the more than 20-year-old file. He says it was very hard to say what happened to those documents because the public has access to the files. Cushingberry stated, "When the judge told me to just go ahead and finish once I got the tax returns, I did as I was told," Cushingberry also stated. Cushingberry says that when he saw the Surviving R.Kelly special, he couldn't help but wonder if other women could have been protected. "I would have liked more outrage from the family," he said. And we all know what you are talking about, Mr. Cushingberry, because Diane still fails to come forward and say anything. Cushingberry went on to say that tragically, Aaliyah never got the chance to speak out for herself. And in 2002, we all know her plane crashed in the Bahamas, and he's stating this after recording that music video, Rock the Boat. He said her mom on Twitter has called the allegations of the inappropriate relationships between Aaliyah and R.Kelly lies that harm her legacy. Mr. Lemon stepped in and says, in his opinion, her legacy is very safe. Her talent speaks for itself, and she's clearly a victim, he said. Her family is really trash, in my opinion. And here are the receipts. You going to call the lawyer directly involved in the case a liar now, Mrs. Huntington? Because everybody is a lie, says Diane Haunton. See, guys, this is the fucking shit I'm talking about, Diane Haunton. This is why I dislike her so much. Diane Haunton is a huge piece of you-know-what. She seems to me to have been more concerned about money than the well-being of her daughter. The fact that she was more upset at the lawyer trying to take action than the actual violation committed by R.Kelly speaks volumes. And I cannot believe that some people actually felt sorry for Diane. She's a horrible woman. They both, Michael Hunt and Diane Haunton, failed their only daughter. And then y'all worried about those pictures when Diane was playing this distraught mother all of these years. That is a true psychopath, in my opinion. I don't understand how people are surprised by this. There was never any way in hell that they didn't know what was going on. I'm also beginning to wonder if Barry Hankerson actually signed a non-disclosure agreement as well, because he continued to manage R.Kelly for 5 years after that annulment. I don't recall him ever saying a peep about the situation, and we know Diane is not going to say anything as well, and hasn't. But one of the victims from that documentary, Lizette Martinez, said that her friend asked R.Kelly about his marriage to Aaliyah during that dinner party with Barry Hankerson at the table. And R.Kelly told her not to believe everything she reads, and Barry remained silent. I remember reading something like she was saying one of the ones who convinced Aaliyah's parents not to pursue any charges because R.Kelly was too valuable to the company or some shit like that. Things are coming back to me now, guys. But at the end of the day, it all came down to Aaliyah's parents, I guess. And for whatever reason, they chose not to have this pedophile prosecuted. And they allowed him to go on to abuse more black girls. And this is the point I'm trying to express to you guys. And this is why I get so emotional when I speak about Diane Haunton. At some point, people try to play obtuse with the statistics that 60% of black girls under the age of 18 have been molested. Her family knowingly pimped her out, and I'm sure they've been doing it, and they are karmically being punished today. Because you don't pimp people you love, period. See, Diane, your continued denials and silence only makes you more culpable in the blame game, honey. So guys, this should let you know if Diane was complicit or not. Look at what's going on today, and she hasn't said a peep. This is making shit look even worse. If you was around your child so much, how the hell was she able to marry him at 15? Makes no sense. And Diane didn't even defend the other victims. She hasn't even came forward to give a statement or to say anything. And I find this completely troublesome. See, it sounds like to me that Diane is really pissed that all of the specific details are being exposed more than anything else. See, Diane and Michael were supposedly in attendance at every event pertaining to Aaliyah, yet they completely missed the fact that their 15-year-old daughter was being groomed and married a grown-ass man in his late 20s. Child, please. If they were there, then none of this shit should have never taken place. Unless Michael and Diane were there with Aaliyah at every event as they claim, but they were also hell-bent on Aaliyah becoming a star, that they didn't give a fuck about the shit their daughter endured. Which one is it? My tea sippers, y'all know I'ma stay side-eyeing the hell out of Diane, because all of this stuff about Robert Kelly is coming to light, and those around him and his inner circle, everybody knew about this shit and they let it slide. See, Aaliyah's family is the family who sweeps things under the rug to come off as the classy, perfect family next door. They always struck me as the family who prides themselves on public persona, well-mannered, mild-mannered, yet phony, and very supposedly private. See, guys, the only way we'd ever know the whole truth would probably be from Aaliyah's brother. And it would probably come out after Diane Haunton passes away. I hate to say this, but this is how I feel, and this is my opinion. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more commentary. And please, everybody, say a prayer for Aaliyah. That's all I can say. And say a prayer that justice is done for R.Kelly as well, because he hurt a lot of people.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell.